Hello, friends, and welcome to today's episode of the Self-Improvement Project. I hope you're well. I trust where you are in the world that things are going okay and you're feeling optimistic. I'm going to start today's podcast with a couple of big questions for you. Potentially something that you can use weekly as a bit of a check-in, a bit of a reflection, somewhat. And the first one is, what have you done this week to make you feel alive? What have you done this week to make you feel alive? Just take a moment to think, what experiences, where have you pushed yourself out your comfort zone, or what have you done that you've just simply loved partaking in? The reason I ask this is it's something that I obviously bang the drum about a lot, but we just never seem to prioritize it. We get caught up in the day-to-day busyness of life. I'm not even going to use the rat race. The rat race, it can be work, but it can also just be life as well. What's made you feel alive? What's allowed you to step out? Not overhaul your life, but what's allowed you to step out of your life somewhat this week and make you feel alive? The next question would be, what's been really simple this week that has brought you a lot of joy? What is something really simple this week that has brought you a lot of joy? What are the simple things that you're overlooking that if you actually had time to sit back and breathe, that you are really grateful was so simple? Something that these questions for me create are these opportunities to reflect on the foundations of life. Obviously, I've been doing this for almost 5 years now, and the one thing that I keep learning and coming back to is that with experience, our foundations always come back to the same things. It's just our job to tweak them, to calibrate them every so often when life happens. You'd be able to, with a simple Google search, look up the areas of life that you need to prioritize and work on, and we can sometimes get obsessed with certain areas because we think that's the right thing to do, the right lever to pull at that moment in time. But what we need to be doing as well alongside that is we need to be enjoying it. We need to be enjoying the direction that we're headed in, the experiences that we have, and allow ourselves to enjoy them. You will have been in this situation as well, as when you do something for so long, you start to lose sight of why you enjoyed it in the first place. It's not about turning up for the sake of turning up. It's about turning up because it adds value to your life. It adds something that nothing else can. And we need to not let that pass us by. With every experience, every opportunity that we have with these things, we need to make sure that we really take a breath, take a moment to absorb it, and ensure that even when we do die, that we just didn't let it flash past us. There isn't a pot of gold that you're going to access, nor will it feel like that. At any point in your life, there'll be parts where you're happy, maybe when you escape pain. But on the whole, the little simple things are going to be the things that bring us the most joy, if we let them. These foundations of life that I'm referring to are not the ones from that Google search that I'm referring to. This is not I guess they're the start. This is maybe like the next level of the foundations that allow us to really live. The finding what makes us feel alive, the simplicity of life, the creativity that we can inject into certain parts of our day. You could go and pick up any book about the rules of life or the things that you need to do to live a happy life. This isn't about that. This is asking the big questions that will allow you to really analyze what you need to do. There is nothing more simple than finding the things that make you feel alive. They may change with age, but we can be shameless with them as well. We can be shameless with being selfish about it. The things that make you feel alive will maybe make nobody else feel alive. But why should you miss out because nobody else is doing it? Why should you not prioritize time to be creative in your life because nobody else is doing it? Why should you not simplify everything that's in your life because nobody else is talking about it or prioritizing it? I'm not saying these are life hacks or these are secrets. These are things that we just need to be aware of, to acknowledge, to spend time utilizing, because every single thing that I've said there will add value to your life. It's not about being better. It's not about making the most of. It's not about being the best in these fields. It's about utilizing the time that we have, spending it on the things that are going to bring us the most out of this experience that we get. We spend too much time overanalyzing, over-worrying, being concerned and worried about the future, when if you have your health, if you have your career, if you have your relationships in a place where you feel all right about them, then it's just about elevating that experience. Elevating it by using the things in life that maybe a lot of people aren't doing and aren't talking about because they don't have those foundations finely tuned. I guess a bigger question than the ones at the start today are you ready to finely tune those bigger questions? Are you ready to look at and reflect upon the things that make you feel alive, that bring you joy, that are simple in your life? Or do you need to go and fix things before that can happen? Do you need to go and fix your health? Do you need to go and fix your career? Do you need to go and fix your relationships? Because at the end of the day, those things are the foundations. Those are the things that we need in order to function. The things that bring us the mental peace that we all require in order to start to even consider other things in our life. Be wary of the never-ending cycle, though. The never-ending reaching of what's next, of not enough. Being grateful for the foundations that you have, allowing you to have the space to then reach for more. Not more things or more material, but more out of life. What are the next levels, the next layers that you can access that will only continue to enhance your experience, your enjoyment of this whole journey? as I've mentioned previously, timing is so key. We're coming up to the end of the year. That can be a huge time to reflect on things. But are you ready? Are you ready for those next layers, those next questions that can only add to and not remove from what you already have? I'm going to close there today, guys. Write to me with any thoughts. I love the emails that I get. If you want more of any of these thoughts over the last 4.5 or so years, you can access my writing, you can access my books, or just any other episodes from the podcast. I dread to think what they were like 4 years ago. Otherwise, guys, have a great week. It's been wonderful creating this from thoughts for you. Otherwise, I will see you all next time. Cheers.